Hi everyone, it's Ailin here, back again for another video. Ooh, I'm so excited to film this video because it's honestly been too long. It's been like, I think an entire month since I last recorded a video, but we've been so busy around here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I moved into a new office space. And you know, that's taken like a little bit of time to get adjusted to you know, like put everything in its place to establish like a good feng shui. And so it's getting there, you know, it's getting there. I miss my old office, but I'm sure over time I'll grow to like this office and get used to it. But essentially I'm popping my little cherry here, making this first video in our new office space. But yeah, I hope you all are doing so well. I've missed you guys, and you know, I've seen all of your questions piling up, so we're gonna jump right into a Q&A video. I'm not sure if this is gonna be a long Q&A video or short Q&A video, but I did want to record another iridology video as well because it's been quite a while since I last recorded an iridology video, and I just spoke to a gentleman and his daughter on a really fascinating case discussing a lot of different health symptoms and health issues that I'd just love to dig into and like get to the root cause of it. So hopefully, you know, if I have time after this video, I'll hit the record button again and show you guys that iris. But yeah, anyways, I'm just gonna jump right into the detox Q&As. And you know, if any of you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below, or you can email it to us at spiritropicalhealing@gmail.com. And yeah, and then your question might be featured in a future Q&A video. So let's see here. I'm going to address about maybe anywhere from 3 to 6 questions. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. But yeah, here we go. So the first question is, Hi Ailin, I'm Sreeraj from India. My mom is 52 years old. She's taking medicine for diabetes and high blood pressure since 1 month. Okay, so that's not too long, which is really good. We can go in there and heal her body, you know, before the high blood pressure medications destroy her body. She is having allergy for the last 10 years. Eosinophil count always high. After seeing a swelling on her neck, we did an ultrasound. Found 1 centimeter colloid nodule and 2 millimeter hypoechoic nodule on her thyroid. Can you please explain how to dissolve these nodules and healing from diabetes, allergy, and high blood pressure? Okay, so let's break down this question a bit. So your mom has diabetes and high blood pressure. So what that tells me is people that are diabetics, diabetes type 2, that stems from an adrenal weakness. The adrenal glands control sugar metabolism in the body. So if you have adrenal weakness, you can experience things like hypoglycemia or diabetes, you know. So these are the type of people that they need to eat or snack often, otherwise they feel like they're going to faint, or they get low energy, things like that. They can get nauseous, all these different types of things. And so diabetes is really like a neurological type of disease or illness. So the adrenal glands are definitely at play here. The fact that she has high blood pressure as well, that's kidneys and adrenals. This false sense of high blood pressure I see all the time from people that have protein-rich diets or diets filled with acidic foods. So what we have to do in order to resolve the high blood pressure, you have to eliminate all protein foods from her diet. You didn't say what her diet looks like, but definitely protein foods are the culprit causing high blood pressure. And the clients that come to us with high blood pressure, all the time when we get them off of these protein foods like meats and dairies, or like excessive amounts of nuts and beans and things like that, or mock meats, their blood pressure starts to go down, 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 down. And this is a time when you have to be careful, because if you're taking high blood pressure medication and you're on your detox journey, you must continuously check your blood pressure every single day, because the raw food diet is naturally lowering of blood pressure. So when you're on the raw foods and you're looking to lower your blood pressure because you have high blood pressure, then you must keep an eye out and keep a watchful eye on your blood pressure consistently every single day, because the raw food diet can lower your blood pressure drastically. And then if you're taking a lowering of blood pressure medication, high blood pressure medication on top of that, it can lower it even more. So very easily I've seen people come down in and their high blood pressure within even a week sometimes, or within a few days. The fastest time I saw was 4 days it took someone to go back to normal blood pressure readings. So it's very important, day to day, check your blood pressure, and then you can use that indication to titrate off of the medication. The day that it's high, take medication. The day that it's low, don't take medication. So you can empower yourself and use your common sense and clear judgment to make those calls. But if you're unsure, then you can always work with your doctor that's prescribing you that medication to see if they can help you titrate off of the medications as well. So let's see what else we have going on here. So diabetes, definitely you have to address your adrenal gland. So I recommend the adrenal gland formula. Adrenal gland tincture is good. You want a kidney formula as well, kidney tincture. Depending on the level of weakness as seen in your eyes, you may need a kidney glandular or an adrenal glandular. You may need a tincture or a combination of both. So I'm not entirely sure because I would need to see your eyes and need more information on that. But those are the basics, kidneys and adrenals, what I see going on so far. She's having allergy for the last 10 years. Allergies, you didn't specify what type of allergy, but anytime you have any type of allergy, you can think of lymphatic issues and adrenal gland weakness. If you have an adrenal gland weakness, which you do, the adrenal glands, they produce anti-inflammatory steroids that actually buffer the acidic waste in our body or any outside elements. So when you get allergies, it's because your adrenal glands are down and not really providing that buffering system that you need. These people with adrenal gland weakness, they tend to plaque a lot of cholesterol in their body or hold on to a lot of water as water retention. They can have hypertrophy of things. They can have different swellings because the adrenal glands are down. They can have, the body can start sucking on calcium from different places, and you can have like hardened calcium deposits in different places. So the adrenal glands are responsible for a lot of things, guys. Sugar metabolism, they're tied to the nervous system. They control kidney filtration, all these different things. So it's very important that you guys address your adrenal glands. Okay, so you said, let me see, eosinophil count's always high. Okay, so when it comes to white blood cells, different white blood cells, whether they're elevated or whether they've increased or decreased, they mean different things. So for eosinophils, it's usually if you have some sort of like parasite or allergy in your body, or maybe like some sort of skin condition, then you can have like a raising of those white blood cells. Now neutrophils, if you have a lot of acidosis in your body or inflammatory issues, those can go up. If you have increasing of lymphocytes, that can be an indication of, like some cancer or some other sort of infection going on in your immune system. And yeah, like all these different white blood cells, monocytes, that can mean you have like some sort of viral load or parasitic activity. All these different things, all the different like increases can mean different things in your body. But I don't want people to get too caught up in blood work when it comes to that, because essentially every time we're going to go in and clean the body and heal the body. One thing that I am always on the lookout for is if there's a decrease in white blood cell count, because that would definitely indicate, along with low blood platelets, that would definitely indicate a problem in the bone marrow. So then I would definitely recommend a bone marrow formula. But an increase in white blood cells, that is super easy to clean up and heal. All you have to do, and all that means, is you just go in there and clean up the lymphatic system from head to toe, because you can think about it this way: the body responds with white blood cells to counteract acidosis, or to counteract some foreign matter or some foreign chemistry, or like anything like that, like a viral load or a bacterium, anything like that. The white blood cells would be elevated. But if they're not elevated, if they're decreasing, then that's an issue within the immune system that you would have to take care of. So that's what I see here. Just clean up the body. After seeing a swelling on her neck, we did an ultrasound. Okay, found 1 centimeter nodule. Okay, and a 2 mm hypoechoic nodule. Okay, so you guys found 2 nodules on her thyroid and on her neck. You really have to decongest this area. What you can do is, depending, I'm not sure like how hard the nodule is. If it's too deep, you probably can't feel it, or if it's like on the surface level, you can feel it. But you can see if you can try doing like some castor oil packs around the neck area to help decongest the mucus and all the hardened lymphatic stagnation in the neck region. You can do castor oil packs there. I would also recommend just utilizing detox tools in general. Do the neurolymphatic massage points down the back. All you have to do is like go on each point like 2 inches apart down the spine, starting from the neck area, and go in there massaging it clockwise, not counterclockwise. Massage it clockwise, and that will help drain the head area, drain the neck, drain all the way down to the spine. You work those points all the way down the spine and all the way down to the lower spine, the sacral spine, and then that will help move lymphatic stagnation from the upper head region and down to the kidneys to be filtered out of the body. So I recommend things like that, things that will just help pump your lymph system without creating too much waste. So I don't recommend excessive amounts of exercise, but you can get your body moving somewhat. So you can go for a light jog, or you can go for a walk, or you can do some stretching or some yoga, things like that. Low impact exercises will help get the lymphatic system moving. You can also utilize the sauna, because people that often have a lot of congestion in their thyroids tend to have low thyroid function, and sometimes your skin is very slow to start sweating. So I do recommend the sauna. Going to the sauna, sweat every single day. The skin is the body's third kidney, so that's a good channel of elimination to utilize. What you're looking for is making a drastic diet change to as many raw foods as your mom can handle. I don't know what she's like with wanting to change her diet, if she's open to the idea of doing 100% raw foods, but that's kind of as best as she can get to 95%, 100% raw, then that would be beautiful to be able to dissolve this nodule. I can recommend things like, citrus juice, orange juice, lemon juice is fantastic for decongesting the neck area and dissolving these nodules, but you would have to be 100% raw, or at least 95% raw, and get rid of everything that is acid forming or mucus forming. It's very easy to hold on to a lot of mucus in this area. If people have emotional issues, or they're very sensitive, or they've experienced a lot of traumas, you can hold on to a lot of waste here and form a lot of acidic waste in the throat, and then the thyroid is continuously damaged over time from all of these different feelings that we're holding on to, or different traumas that we're holding on to, right? So the emotions definitely have to be addressed here, and just trying to de-stress the body as much as possible. Let's see what else we have going on here. The hypoechoic nodule concerns me, because the hypoechoic nodules, they tend to be harder masses, and so that's kind of like a red flag for medical doctors, like, oh, it might be cancer, right? The harder it is, the denser it is, then the more likelihood that it may be a cancer brewing, or is a cancer. But at the same time, I don't recommend a biopsy. Just go in there and just heal and clean out the body and heal with the raw foods and with the herbs that I've recommended. Can you please explain how to dissolve these nodules and healing from diabetes, allergy, and high blood pressure? Just like I said, you want to take kidney formulas. Probably kidney, well, I'm not sure how much she weighs, but if she doesn't have a severe pancreas weakness, then she may be on the heavier side. If she does have a pancreas weakness, then she's malabsorbed. So I'm not entirely sure, but you can definitely do like kidney number 2 tincture, kidney number 1 capsules. I would highly recommend 2 kidney formulas. I would do a lymph node formula. Lymph node number 2 is fantastic at helping drain out the lymph nodes and address them. The lymph nodes right here along the neck, that will definitely help you be able to remove the waste that's trapped in these nodules, because that's all nodules are. Nodules are the same thing as a pimple or a cyst or a tumor, anything like that. It's a pocket of lymphatic sewage. Think of it as like the way that the body tries to protect all the surrounding cells right here from the acidic chemistry from all the cellular waste. If it didn't create this nodule, then the acidic burn all around would destroy the tissue and would be too great. So think of this as your body's way of trying to protect itself. But over time, it can get out of hand, things can harden, so you definitely want to dissolve this nodule, or nodule/tumor. Another formula would be, you really want to check to see if your kidneys are filtering though, before you get too aggressive on the lymphatic formulas, because if you get too aggressive with the lymphatic formulas too soon, like take like lymph node 4 or lymphatic number 5 or things like that, then you run the risk of actually enlarging these nodules or these tumors in the body, or even the lymph nodes. So you want to start off a little bit slow, just focus on kidney filtration. Once you have achieved kidney filtration, then you can up that lymphatic formula as much as your body can handle it, and read the signs, check to see, is it getting bigger, is it shrinking, things like that. Now, it's very common for people to have like some slight lymph node swelling when they're going on their when they are on their detox journey, because it's like the lymphatic system is carrying out waste gradually to the lymph node sites, and then they can swell a little bit, then they can shrink back, swelling, shrink back, swelling, shrink back. That's totally normal, and that's actually a good sign of detox. All the people that I've been talking to recently, all of my clients, listening to all their progress, oh man, I want to really share this story of this one client that she's healing her eczema. She sent me before and after photos of her hands, and it's like night and day. Since she first started with me, everything was like super dry, cracking, it hurts, it was like very red, very irritated and scaly, and now it's completely clear. It's like completely clear skin, and oh my god, she made me want to cry when she sent me that email. It was so beautiful. But she also is actively working on her detoxification, and she experiences that lymph node swelling going up and down during her journey. So that's completely normal and fine. You guys can expect that as you're healing all these nodules. Let me see what other formula I would recommend. If she has diabetes issues and sugar metabolism issues, she would probably benefit a lot from the Parasite M formula. Parasite G formula is also fantastic as well. Trying to see if there's any other symptoms of anything else. And I would also recommend the 3-lung tea or a lungs formula. The herbs in the 3-lung tea are really good at helping dissolve hardened masses, hardened lymphatic sewage in the body. So really good for any nodules or tumors. Drink the 3-lung tea or take the lungs tincture formula. Those are really great. And I think that about covers it. I hope I was able to help you guys as much as possible, but it's really about getting your mom into the right mental state. She has to want to do this for herself, because oftentimes we really love our parents. We want them to, stay with us for as long as possible and live completely healthy lives and, embrace a healthy lifestyle like we have, as their children. But sometimes we can't force them to do that, Everyone will heal on their own time, at their own pace. And sometimes people have to go through a little bit of suffering in order for the light bulb to click on in their brain, So I've personally dealt with that with my own family members, My parents, like, they've detoxed and they've fallen out of detox and they've detoxed again, just be patient with them. And give them love and support, but always know that the person, you can't detox for them, it's their journey, unless you're going to like trap them in a basement and only like control all the foods that they take. People have their own free will and they are going to put whatever they want into their mouths. But if your mom is listening to this, if you are determined and focused and dedicated, you can get rid of this. You can get rid of this like that. Utilize all those detox tools and get on the raw diet, high fruit diet, oranges, citrus, lemons, and do whatever you can to get your kidneys to filter. There's different techniques that you can use. Going to the sauna, I've seen people gain a lot of kidney filtration from that. After about a month into detox of all raw foods, then you can start venturing into things like monofruit fasting or dry fasting. But you have to see how your adrenal glands can handle that. Since you are someone with adrenal weakness, you may not want to go on huge extended fast, because then you can start to feel low energy or dizzy or low blood pressure too much, things like that. So just detox, walk with balance when you're detoxifying your body. But if you are noticing that you've reached a plateau if you've reached a plateau to where, okay, I'm not seeing any more detox symptoms, I'm not, eliminating mucus from my throat or spitting it out, or my sinuses aren't draining, or, I'm not seeing mucus coming out of my colon, then you can dig deeper into the diet with simplifying your diet as much as your body and your mind and emotions can take, So I hope that helped you guys out. And I look forward to hearing progress about your mom. Let me know, comment to let me know how your journey goes. Okay, so let me take a little bit of a sip. Apple juice. I wanted to show you guys. I don't know if you can see it, but I got a smoky quartz crystal. It was so beautiful. I don't know if it's 100% real. I got it from Home Goods, but I thought, oh, this would be so nice to put on the desk. I love quartz, I used to be super into the properties of crystals and everything that they can do. And, although I can't 100% prove that their metaphysical properties are, very factual, I think that they're just beautiful to look at. Everything from nature is just so beautiful, and it honestly raises my vibration even being around these crystals. But I did read that smoky quartz is really good for absorbing negative energies and blocking negative energies, and that is really beneficial crystal for healers. So I was like, oh, it couldn't hurt to try, right? So I'm constantly having to find my balance with giving my all, pouring my heart into my work, helping you guys to heal, but I also have to walk with balance and know when to respect, when it comes to boundaries, know where boundaries are in terms of my energy, and taking care of myself too, because I'm the type of person that's a perfectionist, and I just go and give everything to everyone, and I tend to neglect myself. But then I always catch myself okay, Ailin, you have to, you should go to the sauna today, you should make a smoothie for yourself, instead of being on the laptop working 24/7 and forgetting to eat or drink anything, right? So so that's my own weakness that I have to work on. But it's a character trait that people with adrenal gland weakness, they tend to be that way. They tend to be empathic, always wanting to serve others more than themselves. So that's a weakness that I've been working on for years now. I've been born with that weakness essentially. But guys, so I'm going to go into the next question. Okay, question number 2. When detoxing and going through a healing crisis or flu-like symptoms, what helps to relieve horrible headache pain? I don't want to take over-the-counter headache medication. I have taken herbs for upper circulation, brain and nerve, 3 lung tonic, while also drinking lung tea during the day and heal all tea at night. It helps me sleep. Okay, so first let's go into what causes headaches. Headaches have a lot of different root causes. Sometimes just lymphatic pressure can cause a headache. So I've seen when reading people's eyes, if people have a lot of chronic congestion in the frontal lobe, that can cause a headache. So in order to relieve this frontal headache type of pain, I would recommend doing hot and cold, alternating. Even hot and cold packs to the back of the head can help to drain the lymphatic sewage out of the head area, to move it down, because the head area, the brain, has its own lymphatic system that they discovered recently. So fully addressing that head on will help a lot. At the same time, headaches can also be caused by a stomach weakness. I've seen that because the nerve ganglia is right there in the stomach, and it goes up into the brain, and it can control that as well. So stomach weakness, if you have a stomach weakness, then I'd focus on soothing herbs. So if you're someone that experiences you can feel the anxiety coming from your gut or your stomach, or if you have digestive pains or digestive issues or anything like that, or maybe you have intolerance to certain foods in your stomach, or you have acid reflux or anything like that, then that's pretty much describing a stomach weakness. So stomach weakness, or the acidosis just coming from the stomach, can trip up the head into experiencing a headache. I've seen that. At the same time, thyroid weakness can also cause headache pressures, and just gut, like colon issues, a very toxic colon, like if you're not moving your bowels at least 3 to 4 times a day, every time you eat something, you should be having a bowel movement like 30 minutes after, or maybe an hour after. Then that pressure from the colon and that toxicity building up and sending it to the head region, that can cause a headache as well. So there's many different types of headaches, and it depends on like where it's located and what weaknesses you have. So I kind of wanted to start off with that little base to work on when answering this question. So let's see, you don't want to take over-the-counter headache medication. Good. Over-the-counter meds just suppress the lymphatic system, and it's not really addressing the true cause. You're always going to get that headache back again in the future, but this time it's going to be worse. And then people reach the point to where they then see the re-emerging of the acidosis that caused the headache, but this time it's a bigger issue, a bigger problem. Sometimes it's a pituitary tumor, right? Or sometimes it's vision issues. Sometimes it can be their senses. They can't hear, they can't smell anymore, they can't taste anymore. Anything to do with the head area, issues can get worse over time. So you never want to suppress things. You always want to help the body eliminate as much as possible. And even though, you will go through temporary amount of pain, it's worth it in the end because you have your health and you don't have to rely on medications. Medications that have a ton of different side effects. And I'm telling you this, guys, now, for people that pop antibiotics like crazy or sulfur medications, those are, I truly believe those are cancer causing, because all the cancer clients that come to me, their bodies are riddled with sulfur, a lot of sulfur, and sulfur acts like a glue at locking that lymphatic system in. So you want to avoid medications as much as possible. Okay, you've taken herbs for upper circulation, brain and nerve, 3-lung tonic. Okay, while also drinking 3-lung tea during the day and Heal tea at night helps you sleep. I'm so glad it helps you sleep. 3-lung tonic, okay. Upper circ, brain and nerve, maybe you wanna, I've seen this before. If people are too involved in the head area with too many head pressures, then you can just take a break from upper circulation and brain and nerve for now, because that's really like working at, activating those cells in that region, and sometimes it can create just too much pressure in the head. So I would say focus on just cleaning it out before, strengthening the brain and nervous system. I would do that and see if that helps, okay? Not to say that that's the case for everyone, but I have seen it before. Like 1 out of 100 people will experience that. Okay, I also have lightly massaged my head and face to help move things out, to help drain lymph. Yeah, that's really good. So, this is also really good to massage this area going down the neck like this, around the clavicle. You can use peppermint oil, massage peppermint oil right here, wherever the headache is located. If it's located in the front, you can put peppermint oil on your forehead, or if it's on the side, you can massage it into your temples, or you can put it anywhere, essentially. And then that can also help. And then just breathe in the peppermint oil. Peppermint oil or peppermint tea is really, really good for relieving any sort of pressures in the head or headaches. Okay, hot and cold compresses on my head, good. You're already doing that. Warm showers, okay, good. I know that I have lots of work on detoxing my head area. So for future reference, can you give me any tips to help with the headache and pain? Thanks and God bless. Listen, I don't know how severe your headache pain is, but if pain is too severe, even though we're working on addressing the root cause, right? And it can take some time to relieve all this pressure from the head, all this pressure. I've seen some clients where this one client, he's had a headache for years, for like 20 plus years, and it's taking us a while. His headache pains have diminished, but even then with detoxification, if you've had a headache for that long and you've been on several different medications, it can take a while to, clean the lymphatic system, because the lymph system is millions and millions of miles. All those lymph vessels are millions of miles. So it becomes a day-to-day working on yourself. Each day you're getting closer to your goal. So that's why detox is a journey. It's really a journey until you see all your symptoms disappear. And even more after that, continue to work on your body and cleaning out your body even after your symptoms disappear. So, but in the meantime, during your detox journey, then use whatever you can for pain management, okay? Now, this can be a little confusing to some people. Sometimes you can't really distinguish whether something is a detox symptom or if maybe you feel like you're getting worse, right? But if you're following the correct diet, if you're following the raw food diet, if you're 100% raw and your kidneys are filtering and you're seeing a lot of mucus elimination in your colon, then you are absolutely doing everything right. And the symptoms that you're feeling are not things getting worse. They're actually things getting better. So with detox symptoms, think of it as like you're going back in time. You're reversing everything that you've created. So things that were suppressed in the past will come up again. You can experience different pulling pains from different areas as the lymph system works these acidic wastes out of the body. So for pain management, back again, I'm going to say use the pain formula and spasm calm formula combined together. That can cover anywhere from mild to moderate pain, okay? It's not going to cover extreme pain, okay? But you can take as many dropperfuls as you want of those formulas. I've told people to take 3 dropperfuls or even 4 dropperfuls at a time. You know, if it was like a need, like right now, I need relief right now, and it's worked. For some people, it doesn't work. If the pain is too extreme, then I would recommend using full spectrum high dose of CBD oil. That's another option. The oils are anti-inflammatories, so if you have a highly acidic burning area, then you can use the CBD oil. But I tend to not recommend CBD oils all the time, because then if you're like, you know, it's like a natural suppressant. You're not suppressing, but you're kind of like putting a band-aid on it, because with oils, they're like anti-inflammatories. So it doesn't like get rid of the acidosis. It kind of just like calms things down a little bit, like puts a bit of a sprinkle of water on the fire, so to speak. But yeah, utilize things like that in terms of pain management. Now there's homeopathic remedies too that you can utilize, and I would say maybe castor oil packs can offer relief. Maybe you can put like some castor oil on your scalp and massage that into your scalp. It's good for your hair too, right? And hair growth. Massage the castor oil into your scalp. That can help just move around any hardened lymph. Maybe there's like something stagnant and it's just not draining, just not getting there. The best thing for you to be able to do though, honestly, is if this headache is coming from lymphatic pressure in the head, the best thing would be to do whatever you can to get a cold and flu-like symptom, to get your sinuses to drain, okay? Pressure headaches, it's a lot of lymphatic stagnation involved in the head. So either hang around someone that's sick, you know, try and hug them, and maybe hopefully you catch it from them, and then you'll be able to detox even more. Or for those people that live in cold climates, just get out into the cold. That's fantastic. You know, the cold air is naturally alkaline and will get your sinuses to drain, and you'll cut your detox time in half. Plus the cold, anytime you have like acidic, an acidic condition that's burning and painful, cold actually counteracts that. So cold air or cold water, things like that can be rather soothing. Cold, you know, like ice, things like that. You put those things in areas that are highly acidic and inflamed. So I would recommend that. And yeah, other than that, I'd really have to look at your weaknesses, your eyes, your health issues, your health history. You know, maybe you're around something that your body's not agreeing with. It can be like some sort of chemical or neurotoxin that you've ingested in the past, or maybe now. So there's a lot of different factors to look at when addressing headaches. But I hope that helped, and just do everything you can to continuously move lymph. You know, like stay away from heat as much as possible, I would say. If you're gonna do heat, then do cold immediately after. That way you're pumping and moving the lymph system, because I know for people that have a nervous system weakness, especially stemming from their adrenals and stomach, heat often doesn't agree with them. It can actually create more pressure and feelings of that. So you know what I really think is beneficial? I don't know if everyone will have access to it, but if you guys can get like you know, like the springs. sometimes they have like a hot water spring and then they have like a cold water pool right next to it. If you can spend some time in the hot water, your whole body, and then cold water, and then hot water and cold water, that is fantastic at moving the lymph system. And that also, you know, for headaches, just spend outdoors time. A lot of outdoors time. Breathe in fresh air and fresh oxygen, because you don't even know the chemicals that, you know, like the paint from indoors, all these different things can actually trip up the body into giving it headaches. So there's a lot of different causes for that. But do your best, work with the herbs, address the, you know, all the different weaknesses that I spoke about, listen to your body and go from there. And if you need extra help, I'm here. You can work with me. And you know, like we have a lot of different options on our services page now. We have the Master Health package, and we also have like individualized iris reports, or an iris report and an herbal protocol, or VIP support if you guys need it. So there's a lot of different options, and you can check the description box down below for the link to our services, and I'd be happy to help you and work with you. But keep me posted to see, you know, like if all those different recommendations worked for you, okay? So I hope that answered your question, and thank you so much. Okay, let's see, what else? Okay, so question number 3. What an amazing testimony. Thank you, Ailin, for sharing. As a naturopath, I can't emphasize enough how much your videos help me in my practice. Oh, thank you so much. Like, I don't even know like who this information is reaching to, but it's so crazy because like when I make these videos, I don't even think about, you know, my family, like if my family is watching. But recently I went to New York for my grandmother's 75th birthday party, and everyone was telling me, oh my god, I love your videos, I watch your videos. And one of my cousins, he said, oh, like I was just looking up fasting on YouTube, and I was like, oh my god, that's Ailin, that's my cousin, she has a YouTube channel. So it was so funny, and yeah, I had fun talking to them. But yeah, I just never know who's watching these videos, and I just love to share, because the world needs this healing information now more than ever. So many people are ill, and it's just time for all of us to take our power back, to become our own healers, our own doctors. You know, special circumstances, doctors are there when it comes to emergencies. When it comes to chronic health conditions or long-standing health conditions, and if you're just taking a ton of medications year after year after year and your condition's getting worse, it's time to look at your diet. It's time to see what changes you can make, what lifestyle changes you can make to fully heal yourself. Because, you know, even though doctors may have the best of intentions, they're not taught this information in schools. They're not taught much about nutrition either, or even about herbs or how herbs work or when to use them. They don't understand detoxification symptoms either, all these different types of things. So that's why I share as much as I can, because, you know, there aren't too many detox specialists walking around all over the place, and I just want to be, you know, provide hope with these videos as well as information, so you guys can do this at home on your own, or even if you want help from us, we can definitely help you out. So thank you so much. I really love that. I could say a great deal of our clients have skin conditions, namely eczema and chronic I always have trouble pronouncing this, urticaria. I have a case where a client is suffering to the point of bruising from scratching herself. Okay. I am completely aware that addressing the internal environment is priority. However, I do want to suggest some sort of topical relief that will allow them to stay motivated on their detox journey. Do you have any recommendations as to what salve or treatment could be used to alleviate their dryness and itchiness without clogging the skin? Thank you. That's a tough one. Because if skin conditions are that bad where she's excessively scratching herself, well, I'm not sure if this is a a male or a female, but if they have a condition where they're continuously scratching themselves to the point of bruising, that's, you know, that's a chronic skin condition. Now, I have heard of my clients that have skin conditions. They do a lot of salt baths, like Dead Sea salts. They put that in their bath. They lay in the bathtub every single day for, I would say, at least, you know, like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and they just lay in there, and salt provides a lot of relief. Let me see what else. I recommend the Heal All tea. You can put the Heal All tea in the bath water, and they can soak in there with the Heal All tea. It's highly alkalizing. You're essentially looking for something that's highly alkalizing but not congestive. So oils can be alkalizing, but sometimes if they're used in excess too much, it can be congestive. So, you know, there's a healing salve. For some people it works, for some people it doesn't. The healing salve contains some herbs that are lymphatic pullers, so it might aggravate the situation or it might make it way better. So if there is a salve that I would recommend the healing salve. You know, you can, I would say try it out on like a spot, like one spot, and see if that condition in that place gets better, and then you can put it everywhere else if you see your skin getting better. Aloe vera is really good. Aloe gel is fantastic. You can cut open the leaf, the aloe leaf, and then open up the gel and just rub the gel on the skin. That can provide a lot of relief for a lot of people. You can also use like different aloe gels that they have at like natural health food stores and see if that provides some sort of cooling sensation. There's some homeopathic different ointments and creams that people can use. There's one called Topricin that I personally myself, whenever I had a lot of skin issues, I would use that homeopathic remedy called Topricin on my skin. But I'm sure there's a lot of others as well. You know, really, like you said, it really is an internal issue, an internal environment. She has to get, or he has to get, their kidneys to filter. And what that's going to look like is they should pee in a clear glass jar every single morning to see if they're actually eliminating all this lymphatic sewage that they're trying to work out of their body. Their diet has to be pristine, 100% raw, in order to clear up these skin issues, because skin issues always stem from poor elimination, and so the body sends acidic waste to the skin. And then acids burn. Of course, you're going to have itchy skin, dry skin, flaky skin, inflamed skin, all these different types of things. Acidosis depends on the location in the body. So if you have acidosis in your knees, you have arthritis in your knees, right? If you have acidosis in your prostate, you have prostatitis. If you have acidosis on your skin, it can look like various skin conditions, eczema or psoriasis or what have you. So it's about trying to eliminate all this acidic waste. So kidney filtration, must check kidney filtration every morning, okay? The urine should not look clear. If it looks clear, you know, maybe like the first week, 2 weeks, maybe the month, okay, that they're doing the raw diet, sometimes it looks clear, but eventually you want to get them to have their urine be cloudy as soon as possible. The cloudier the urine is and the more consistent urine shows up as cloudy when they check it, then their skin is going to start to heal. Everything's going to start to clear up. So that's what I see with my clients that have eczema and skin issues. It can be a long journey. It can be a tough journey sometimes, and an emotional journey as well. But you have to be persistent and always have faith and trust in the process that you're going to heal, you know? So sometimes skin conditions can become worse before they become better. And we may think like, oh my God, are conditions getting worse, or are they actually getting better? You know, take any indication, like even a tiny improvement or a tiny detox symptom that you notice within yourself and your body, like, oh, I didn't feel that before. You train your brain to think, oh wow, I am improving, because a lot of the times we tend to focus on the negative of what we don't have, of the fact that our bodies aren't healed yet, and we can't focus on the negative because we're going to attract more of that negative or notice more of the negative and actually make things appear worse than they actually are, right? So gratitude is very important. thinking positive thoughts all the time is extremely important as well. You know, positive thoughts equals alkaline thoughts and equals healing in our bodies. Negative thoughts, destructive thoughts put stress on the body and blocks elimination channels. So, you know, it's really about a whole body healing. I would see how this person spends their day to day. If they have good relationships, if they have any past traumas. A lot of the times, a lot of clients or people that I work with live in their head all the time when they need to live in their heart and live in the moment, live in the present moment. Skin issues can be caused by a lot of different stresses and anxieties, you know. That's again coming back to the adrenal glands and then the thyroid gland. So really you have to focus on the herbs that will nurture and heal. If they have a thyroid weakness, do the thyroid. If they have adrenal weakness, which 100% they do, everyone with skin issues has weak kidneys and adrenal glands, then you have to address those. So kidney formula, adrenal formula, make sure their skin is sweating if they can handle it. Sometimes if you have these people with skin conditions go into the sauna and then they sweat and then, ooh, it burns, the acids that they're eliminating start to burn their skin. Either they can tough it out and just immediately take a shower right after the sauna. You have to wipe away all the acidosis that your body's just eliminated. Or you can take it a little easy on the sauna and wait until, you know, your body's alkaline and hydrated enough in order to jump into the sauna. Things like that. I hope that helped. But essentially, anything that is natural, you can use on the skin. You know, coconut oil sometimes helps people. Olive oil sometimes helps people. I'm not opposed to that. Oils can be necessary, you know, and a given when used properly, and really you just have to see how the skin responds. If the skin is too reactive to anything that you try and use on it, I would say stop using it, and just go forward with the detox program and using the herbs and detox tools. So I hope that helped. You know, I thank you so much, like seriously, truly. Thank you for helping like spread this information and educating yourself as well. I know you have like the best of intentions for your clients, and that's fantastic to see. I really wish more naturopaths you know, grasp the idea of the raw foods and the alkalizing foods and really the astringent properties of fruits specifically, along with the herbs, like all these different things. Because, you know, in the past when I was chronically ill, I went to naturopaths. I read books written by naturopaths, and they always recommended a protein diet. And they always said, stay away from cold foods, stay away from raw foods, stay away from fruits specifically. And, you know, following that high protein diet and veggie diet, it didn't do anything for me. It actually created more kidney weakness and lower back pain and skin conditions and all these different types of things. So we have to learn how to not fear fruit sugars specifically. Don't fear the fruit, because really it's coming from a place of misunderstanding that society has perpetuated into our minds. You know, we're always constantly being taught that fruit is bad, that sugar is bad. Simple sugars from fruit are never bad. Complex sugars from potatoes, from white potatoes, from starchy foods like breads and pastas and rice, those are the bad sugars, you know? And since everyone has adrenal gland weakness, it can be a little bit of a time until even people can handle fruit. Now that's scary, because fruit is the easiest food to digest on the planet. And if you're having trouble eating and like digesting and assimilating fruits, and you're seeing all these detox symptoms, then you know you have a long way to go, you know? You should never have a problem with digesting fruits. That, you know, we are the closest related species to primates, which most of their diet is a fruit-based diet. So that should give you an indication as to like what diet we should follow for human health, right? So keep on spreading this knowledge. I applaud you, and keep on learning. And I'd love to hear, you know, healing stories that you have with your clients. Like if you implement this detoxification, you know, protocol on them, I'd love to hear about all of their, you know, healing journeys and testimonials. So keep up the good work, and I hope this answered your question. And thank you so much, like from the bottom of my heart. This warms my heart, and it makes me want to make more videos for you guys too, because I know you guys are out there and you guys are watching. Okay, so Yeah, so I think, guys, I'll leave it at that. I want to keep this video on the shorter side. That way I can jump in and make an iridology video right now, okay? So stay tuned for an iridology video covering a lot of different conditions. I can't wait. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, leave a like. You can share this video with others if you feel like they need the support, the inspiration, and the push forward to take control of their health and go on a raw food diet and a healing herbal protocol. And if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, you can go to www.spiritropicalhealing.com, and on the services page, you'll find the Master Your Health package. That's the package that I normally recommend everyone get on, because with that package, you get your eyes analyzed. I create a diet and herbal protocol for you. We have a one-on-one Skype call or phone call, whichever you choose, video or voice call. And I'll be able to dissect everything from your health history to health issues, to what your goals are, to everything. And having that full picture really lets me know, okay, what areas do you need help in? What adjustments do you need to make? What organs and gland weaknesses do you need to perk up in order to heal your body? So I highly recommend that package. But you can also do the VIP option if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, more on like a long-term basis to help, you know, really learn and grasp detoxification, or if you need like more support and more help, like either emotional or you know, like physical support, like, you know, if you're trying to titrate off of medications, or if you have like a chronic or degenerative condition, that's a good package to get. Or if you just want like an iris report with an herbal protocol, we have that option too for those that know more about detox and want to do it on their own, okay? So I'll have all that information down in the description box below. And yeah, guys, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day. I loved catching up with all of you, and take care. Have a good night. Bye.